Raspberry Pi 5 16GB Vemico Starter Kit Review. Real AI performance and cooling. Proof of cooling. You bought a Pi before, swore this one would power your AI project? Then it lagged the moment things got serious. I see you. You're juggling Docker containers, maybe dreaming of a home server or OpenClaw assistant, and your board just taps out. Type me if this feels too real. How long are you going to tolerate almost powerful? That slow compile, that stutter during 4K playback, that suffocating low voltage warning right when your model starts training. It's not just annoying, it's momentum killing. You start doubting the whole edge computing dream. Here's the heavy truth. Most boards fail under sustained load. But what if you could finally run AI, IoT, and desktop tasks without babysitting temperatures? Then I put on, plugged in, opened the Raspberry Pi 5 16GB Vemico Raspberry Pi 5 16GB Starter Kit, and everything changed. Don't just pick any single-board computer. Make sure it has your 16GB RAM killer feature so you never feel the exact low-memory bottleneck and thermal throttling everyone is screaming about ever again. The 2.4 GHz quad-core Cortex-A76 doesn't just sound faster. It feels instant when you launch apps, compile code, or spin up containers. The 16GB RAM becomes multitasking superpower. LLMs, OpenClaw gateways, and background services running without panic. Dual 4K output turns it into a legit lightweight desktop replacement. The PCIe lane unlocks NVMe speed and Edge AI expansion. The 27-watt GAN supply eliminates undervolt drama. And the active cooler, it keeps performance steady instead of collapsing after 10 minutes. I almost missed a project deadline exporting footage and running a local inference model, but this kit handled both without a hiccup. You can actually hear the quiet, controlled airflow doing its job. Want the one setup tweak that makes it even smoother? Comment ready. Here's what happens when you remove bottlenecks. First, you stop troubleshooting power warnings. That saves time. Save time turns into laser focus because you're building, not fixing. Focus turns into performance spikes. Faster builds, smoother AI inference, stable 24/7 home server uptime. And that leads to visible results, real deployments instead of half-finished experiments. An embedded systems analyst called the 16GB model a bridge between hobby boards and professional platforms. OpenClaw documentation literally recommends the Pi 5 for persistent AI assistance. One developer running EEG data plus local LLM feedback said it handled real-time processing without crashing. A user told it straight. As a work desktop, it's surprisingly fluid. I noticed the same thing. Browser tabs, code editor, background services, still responsive. Quick check. Which result matters most to you? Comment 1 for focus, 2 for speed, 3 for calm. Worried about price or switching from Pi 4? Fair. But the 2 to 3 times CPU uplift, PCIe expansion, and stable 5-amp power delivery justify it for serious AI and AIT builds. Curious if cooling really matters? Torture tests show throttling without a fan. With the active cooler, performance holds steady. That's not hype, that's thermal proof. If you're building long-term, this is the stable base. Come see why so many quietly switched to the Raspberry Pi 5 16GB Vemico Raspberry Pi 5 16GB Starter Kit for serious AI and edge computing. Its core superpower is simple: sustained desktop-class performance without power drama or thermal collapse. If you're ready to build once and stop troubleshooting forever, the link is waiting in the description and pinned comment. No pressure, just a smarter foundation for your next project. You've got the vision, now give it hardware that keeps up.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.